If anybody wants that you can see this screen. I'm sharing that. Or give me a thumbs up. Oh, cool. All right, I will start. But I think this is a different format to what I wanted to use. But anyway, at least it's there. Hi, everyone. Thank you to everyone that's joining me live or watching this in the replay. This forecast is going to be for the month of July. And every month, if you're new to this, there's a different animal that's going to be present. And then what happens is we breathe this energy. So every element then, or every animal refers to an element. And then that's how, helps me and others to understand what's going on. Because like us, the animals, I don't know how or whoever created this system, worked on, some could be like, if we look at this month, which is the goat, we can look at characteristics of a goat. You can do a search, everything, the meaning of a goat, and then feel, maybe we'll be feeling that kind of energy, but other things are referred to it is, because the earth element relates to it, and there's lots of other things. But I can't share like everything. So I'll just, be sharing a little bit, and then in the end, anyone can ask me more questions. All right, so the earth, the goat is referred to an earth element, as I was saying before. But at the same time, there's two characters that represent of the energy that we represent each month. So this month is going to be the metal goat. And then I'll be sharing throughout the other slides what that means. Because I think my format is different. I might have to just do one at a time. Okay, maybe that's a bit better. Okay, and if you're new to my work, I'm Leela. So what I do is based on this astrology, because it's using the Chinese astrology, and I love like sharing like the different energy, how it impacts everybody at the same time, whether it's you can use it weekly, monthly, so depending on how much you want to know. But at the same time, we all just want to still live in the unknown, but there's so much by you knowing this and what's coming up for you that you can plan ahead if you choose to. A bit about me, I'll be sharing also about Chinese astrology, the 5 elements and the relationships of the different elements. We'll be reflecting on the month prior. We'll be setting goals for July. So I'll be sharing the energy, obviously, for this month, a bit about last month, how I can support you further. And this is just saying that by the end of the session, you will definitely have learned something. Okay, a bit about me. I'm Leela, as you all may know now. My background is Macedonian. I was born in the 70s. I love to travel and explore new places. And one of my favorites is Queensland, because I've been there like 20 times. Don't know why, but it's just something about that place in Australia. I enjoy business-related topics. I love reading, dancing, socializing, nature, a little bit about, what I enjoy. And Chinese astrology, I don't know, I think it was probably around 2003 or 2, like early in the 2000s, I was interested in feng shui. And that's how I come across Chinese astrology when I had my first home consultation with this lady. She came over and all she told me was just I was an earth element. And later on, as time was passing, I just want to know more. What does that mean? So then I did lots of courses. And then I had a business at 34, was my first online business. And that's where I was doing all this Himalayan salt lamps, which some of you might know now. Like back then, there's no way I would have thought I would see one in a supermarket. I used to just go to markets and, tell people that this rock is going to be so amazing for your home. And throughout that, I was like, doing, I'll just let someone in. Hopefully it will just mute. And yeah, so then at that time I was still sharing about the astrology with people, but it wasn't really like a business. I was just love to I was even guessing what people's personality was, if it referred to an earth element or metal element. So that was, back then. And if we fast forward to my 40s, I ended up becoming a mum just the day before I turned 40. And a lot of my friends back then, did quote me saying, like, if I'm meant to be a mum, I'm sure I will be before I turn 40. And then my amazing daughter, she was born just the day before. And she wasn't due for another 6 weeks. So she was born early, but we love, exploring together, love, lots of adventure and, all amazing things. So some of you have met her. And then while I was being a full-time, single mum, so I continued with my interest, which was Chinese astrology. I completed more courses, and then I created a business, which is why you all are here now. And I love sharing more about this throughout. Everyone that I meet does know something about this through what I share. And if you're new to Chinese astrology, so a bit about that is because I know a lot of people have heard of the Chinese zodiac, which is based from the year they're born. They'll say, yeah, I know, I'm a year of the dog or the rabbit. And so that's just 1/8 of information you can find out about yourself. So then what the Chinese, they observed all the different cycles in nature, and that's how they use the elements to represent like different things, because they believe that everything in the universe, whether it's solid or abstract, can be classified into one of the elements. And the 5 elements that are used in this Chinese astrology is wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So then I don't know exactly where or why, but everything they've got an element referred to it, and then also yin and yang of each element. Okay, so just more about the 5 elements. So once you know what element you are, which I think most of you that are on here or registered, I did share what element you are. At least that way, then you just know a little bit about yourself. And that's all. It comes from the day you're born. So I'll share more about the different elements and animals where they come from. So then once you know what element you are, and this is the vibration that you give out and why people are drawn to you. So by you understanding this can help you to have a more harmonious life in a way. Because some months, I know for myself, an element can take over, and then we start becoming more or doing more of that element. And that's when we're not aligned. And that's when things, could go wrong or things take longer to do. But once you understand who you are, what was around when you were born, your gifts, it just makes it easier. And that way, then you'll know what element supports you, what element you support, what element controls you, which is also gives you that discipline. Another thing, the elements, I'll write this. There's no one better than the other. So whatever element you are, that's what you were born with. And you can't compare it to another element because you've got just as much skills and gifts and luck as any other element. And also the elements represent a different body part and organ. So every month, every year, there's a body part and organ that's probably the main thing that we all focus on. and I'll share what's for this month. And the other thing is, like, yeah, once you understand all the elements, as I was saying, so you need to get to know them, embody them, because they also then help you to become more of who you are. And they are the, yeah, I've got here as well, the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. But yeah, I'm not going to share like all the different meanings of this element. I've got like different modules for that, but for this workshop, I'll just share just little highlights what you can learn. But then if anyone's still got a question at the end, feel free to ask me. And then the elements, they also then have a relationship with another element. So they could combine with, you know, like another element, and then together they make even another element. So that's why this astrology can be very complex, because it's not just so simple, okay, wood, fire, and then that's it. But there's, yeah, more in depth that you can find out. And some clash with another element, some, you know, refer to a penalty, and also some elements are symbolic stars as well. So probably another thing I could just share. So when it's a clash or penalty, like it's when it's forcing us to make a change in a way. So things will happen, things will start going wrong for you to, so it's coming to the surface. So you need to look at that. Or even if you don't, what I notice, even through my journey, is it comes back again. So it comes back. So you can't avoid some things. So it's best sometimes, whatever's happening for you, to work through that at that time. And this is where we can, you know, ask for help. Or yeah, everyone's got their own different ways how they deal with things. The symbolic stars, these are my favorite because they can come in anytime. They could come in a weekly, could come in a month, and it's when you get like extra support. And so depending on, yeah, which one it is. Chop some of it off. Okay, highlights for June. All right, so I'm sure this was, yeah, talking about more the June, because June, if you all actually I didn't do the June forecast. However, it was metal horse, and so June was referred from the 5th till the 6th of July. So after we'll get to do like a little workshop where we can just reflect on the month. But it was yang metal, and it was also the start of the fire season as well. So it was when fire was, you know, at the beginning. So it was at the peak of fire. So whatever we started in May, so in June was the peak. So could have been anything, I don't know, for everybody. I know what I was doing. So June was a month where it was more about, you know, being clear in a way, straightforward. The energy was strong, so it was more action as well. So it was a good time to launch anything that you wanted to launch. What else? Because horse is also referred to the spirit. So some of you could have become more spiritual, started going more within, focusing on yourself more, could be some things. And it was clashing with the yang wood, rat and horse. So if anyone has these elements in their charts, they would have felt a challenge, which was like, yeah, maybe pushing you to make a change in your life. It was a nobleman for the yin metal element. So whoever was yin metal, like last month, would have helped you, or you would have got some more help. So it was probably, you know, easier month for you than compared to some other months. And that was just, yeah, some of the highlights. So now for the next section, I'm going to share is if you all know what element you are, so then the next few slides might make more sense and you can relate it more personally. I might just I've got my timer. We can reflect on June. So I love to do that. So if you've never done that before, it's just a good way just to stop, pause, go back to, yeah, whatever you were doing, whatever you were thinking, who was around in your life. I don't know, it could be anything, what you'll think of. Was it challenging? Was it, beautiful month? Did you have romance? Did you travel? Anything. And that way then that could give you a guide in, whenever it is like horse energy as well. Because then it'll be the, horse years that come in, can give you some insight how that element helps you throughout your life. Yeah, so that's just some things I wrote here. So yeah, if you just write down anything and just, not to judge yourself, because I know sometimes even for myself, like when I reflect back and saying, oh, I wish I did this or wish I did that or wanted to do that, still just be kind to yourself, because, you can always do that if you put that back on your goals for the next month or for the rest of the year. What else have I done? Yeah, also, yeah, if you knew what element you are, did it help? Did that make sense? For example, I know for myself, fire was my resources, and definitely, I feel like, I learned a lot more. I did more things. I learned more things. I felt more supported. So yeah, you can use that as a guide as well. So I'll just, can't see the time on there. I'll just say we'll take 10 minutes. Because if you haven't got your work, if you didn't print out your workbook, even if you could just got notepad, just write down, anywhere. So I'll start it. Just give ourselves 10 minutes. Just sit back and relax, or just think, or if someone wants to write it down, and you can always go back to it later after this session. I think actually the next page, gives you more as well. I'm sure this is in the workbook, so you can write your wins, your challenges. You can break it down, and then do the intentions. You want to start finishing up, and you can always go back and continue later. Hopefully you got lots down. And then the next section, probably just do another 5 minutes. Yeah, if you just want to set a goal, what your intention is, maybe you already have started thinking about July. Because in the Chinese calendar, which is using the solar, I think it's a solar one, it started in, sorry, not in, on Saturday, July started. So, yeah, I think I've noticed, I don't know, slowly, I did notice a bit of a difference from last month to this month. But it's still early, it's still early. But yeah, set your intentions, just a little bit about intentions. All right. The soft whispers of our soul gently guiding us towards our true north. Let's hold space for these tender echoes, allowing them to shape our actions and choices in the upcoming weeks. So yeah, list down what feels true and meaningful, perhaps kindness, presence, or courage. Allow your intentions to be light errands, gently illuminating the path. And then like goals, because I know like a lot of us, do set goals and intentions. And some, if you share it with others, like you can feel like, you'd be more supported. Otherwise, some people want to just keep them to themselves, and that's good too. Whatever works for you. Because, we are all living for ourselves in the end. I think what would be my goal. Just continue, and all this is all in your workbook too, so then you can even break down your goals. So if you want to break it down even more, you can plan, because I know another good way is if you can see the end result, because if some of you obviously have done some work before, or whatever you want to achieve, and then just working backwards. To me, that's how I find I can achieve things, and breaking things smaller. Because we can't just say, yep, we want whatever it is, and then just it doesn't magically happen. I don't know, maybe for some people it does, but for me, I know that I always have to put in the work from the idea, then take action, and then I'll succeed in whatever I want to do, whether it's for that week, for that day, the month. Okay, and this is now like I'm going to start with the actual forecast. So by now, we've done a bit of reflecting on the month. You've set your goals for the upcoming month, and now you can see how your destiny can support you. How does it align? Because we already, I know I can just speak for myself, start doing something before it happens in a way. So I noticed even in my chart, or even I've got the map, you know, for the rest of the year, for the whole year. And then I'll be doing something. I'm like, why am I doing this? And then like I can check okay, what's coming up, and then that explains it. Sort of it gives me confirmation. It's like, okay, I'm already doing this to achieve whatever it is. So back to this month, which is it's going to be influenced by the Yin Metal Goat. And I'm just going to be just doing a little talk on a little summary of each thing, because I always will be here forever. So the goat month, which is July, started on the 6th at 3:46 p.m. and it's going to last till the 7th of August. And another thing is, if anybody does feng shui in their homes, so it's a good reminder to change, because every month you're going to change the bells and coins. But I didn't write it down here. I think the bells are in the north. Where did the coins go? Southeast, I think. But anyway, don't quote me on that. But if anyone does and wants to know, just let me know. I should have my stuff somewhere here. And July is the 6th month, so we still got plenty of time in the year, the Chinese year. So I know otherwise July is mid-year in the other calendar, the Gregorian calendar. But yeah, I'm just using the Chinese one. And now we're at the end of the summer season, which is the fire element. So for everybody, like I was saying, once you know what element you are, then you'll know what all the other elements mean for you. And then that way, when I'm talking about, okay, it was a fire season, you can go back and refer, oh yeah, fire represents my money. I've got fur in my mouth. Yeah, and that way then, you know, okay, so now it's coming to the end of whatever that element was representing for you. And it's the time where we're transitioning now from what it was, so one season, which was the summer season, and now we're transitioning to the next season, which is going to be autumn. So that's why this month is going to be like, I don't know, how do we refer it to? Like a busy month, because you're like trying to finish off things, you're trying to prepare for the next cycle in your life. And it can get like hectic, but just know that it's happening for a reason. And the earth is also an element where we need to trust, or the opposite of that, it's going to be like worry, anxiety. So it's up to you how you handle that. And then the other thing is, because the goat's an earth element, but on top of the element is going to be yin metal. And I know this can be overwhelming and confusing if you're new to this, but there'll be two characters make up the month. So a bit about the yin metal. This is like jewelry, like, you know, the gemstones, fine jewelry. The yin metal is also referred to being attractive. So it's elegant, it's sophisticated, it's intelligent, academically smart, gentle, and precise. So if a person's a yin metal, these are the characteristics this person will be born with. However, like this is the energy that we'll be like breathing in this month. So maybe more people will take more care of themselves. What else? That would just be, you know, one idea. And the metal is also referred to more like sharp, being clear. So this is going to be a month where if you're not already, it will be like, you know, good tip just to get more clarity, be more clear, and maybe not to dwell on things in a way. So once you have that idea, you set your goal and you're just going for it in that way. Don't let, you know, other thoughts come in or other people's opinions. This is up to you now, like having that clarity. Maybe it's already happening for everyone else, but I know what metal means for me. So then I'm like, is it because the aspect of the element is representing these things for me? Or is it because it is metal element and that's for everyone? Everyone can tap into that energy. And so I did write some notes here. Okay, it's a great time to pause, reflect, and breathe, which we did a bit of that now anyway before before the month started anyway. Think about the rest of the year. So this is a good time because you'll get more clarity. Because then like later on you might become busier and then off path in a way. It's good just, yeah, if you write things down, stick it somewhere so that way if you do get carried away in something else, you can go back to, hold on, you know, this is what I really want. This is what, you know, I want to achieve. So it's, yeah, a good way. Yeah, write it all down. And another thing about the earth is about stability. So we'll probably want more stability, more routine. I know I've been doing that because some of you know, like I've started working part-time. So now it's like introducing that also on top of everything else in my life. Definitely I really need a good routine. And the goat is clashing with the ox and the dog, or penalty as well. So if anyone's got these elements in their charts, this month will be, because I know the clash sounds so harsh, but it is, that's what they refer to, that's how they've just, yeah, it's called the clash. But what this means is something will be, you'll be pushed out of your comfort zone. It'll be, it could be like a different for everybody, because I can't say like the way clash would impact me will impact one of you ladies, because we also, you know, have other things, you know, some of them might be more educated in how to handle that, and some people will feel it really, really harsh. So just depending on what level people are at and how they handle things, but it will be like a change. So definitely will be like making a change. Some people might be moving even, so it's something to, it's giving us that push to make that change in our life. And this month is a nobleman, so it's a nobleman for Yang Earth. I don't know, maybe that's a typo there. But if anyone's Yang Earth element, Yang Wood, or Yang Metal, this month is your nobleman. So this is a good opportunity for you to ask for help. Whatever you ask for, it's yours this month. Like it's easier, things will flow. A nobleman also can refer to like money as well. And the body parts and organs to take care of this month are the lungs, buttocks, stomach, and back. So when these body parts and organs, especially the stomach, and I've noticed it already, like it's just going to be careful what you're absorbing this month. So whether it's also what, you know, you're thinking, feeding yourself, what you're putting in your body. So just be careful in that way, because it could be also a month where we just may indulge more. And if you're aware of it, that means that you're not following that. Because it's great, like you can follow, but then I know even for myself, if I overindulge in something, then I'll feel it, like my body becomes heavy, and then next month I'll be like, oh, why did I eat all that? Or so just be aware what you're feeding yourself as well, and look after your back, the lungs. So they're like some things that could be, you'll be more sensitive this month. Anyway, I will check these, but as I was saying to you, like there's different elements for the year you're born. So where most of you will know, a lot of people know that the year they're born and what element was around. And this year it's the dragon year. I was sharing every month up until like last month about the dragon year. But if anyone needs to know more about that, just let me know. Now I'm just talking more about the current month. So then the month, that's also influenced by another element. So now we're, in the month of the goat, which is a yin metal on goat. And then the day this all started was on a yin metal goat. And then there's an hour. So, and this is how your 4 pillars are made. So the hour you're born, you'll have like one of these, there's 60 different combinations. And then you'll get one for the day you're born, the month you're born, and the year. So that's why this astrology, probably the other one as well, can be very complex, because then what I share with you later is the relationship between all these elements. However, the most important one is the day you're born. And then from that, we can find out a lot more. So so the yin metal, which I've shared before, like when I was sharing more about the goat, but yin metal, which is the element on top, combines with yang fire. So if anyone is yang fire this month, there'll be more harmony for you. And what that is also doing together, it's making the water element. And then for fire, water is their power, their career. So then there'll be another aspect that's added that they'll be focusing. There could be more, more pressure in their career. So just depending. And it's clashing with yin wood. So if anyone's a yin wood element, so this month there'll be things happening for you to change in your life, or you may make some changes in your life. Could be challenging. So depending on what's happening for that element. And for the goat, it combines with the horse. So if anyone's got a horse in the chart this month, yeah, you're in harmony, and it makes more fire. And also pig and rabbit together with a goat, they make more wood. So again, like any of those, if you've got any of those elements, you'll find harmony depending on where that element is, where that falls in your day, in your hour. And there's also another cycle we go through, it's called the luck cycle. It could happen could be in there. And it clashes with the ox. So if anyone's got ox in the chart, or even if we're just aware, because every hour is also referred to an element or animal. So between 1 and 3, it should be both 1 and 3 a.m. is when the ox energy is. So maybe during that time, we might wake up more during that time when it's giving us some, could be like our stomach, something, I don't know if we have stomach pains during that time. I don't know, but it'll be like something with the earth, and depending what earth means for you. And the other challenging days this month will be the 9th, the 12th, the 15th, 21st, 24th, 27th, and the 2nd of July. So these are the days where you just take extra care. Just don't commit too much on these days, because things might just take you a bit longer. And the symbolic stars, again, they're for yang, wood, earth, and metal. So any of those elements, if you're one of them, like this month, it'd be a good month for you just to ask for anything. You can get more clarity. So just depending on where you're at. And another way, if you don't know, if you haven't had your chart done, if you're born in the years ending with 0, 4, or 8, this is nobleman month for you. If you haven't had your chart done and you don't know what element you are, that can help. And now I'll just share what this month is going to represent for each element, because every month will be like something different. So if you're the wood element, whether you're yin or yang wood, this month is going to be about your power and your money. Someone's trying to join, but I think it's too late now. I'll just send her the replay. And actually, she must have gone out. She was in before. Sorry. So if you're the wood element this month, it's about your money and your power. So you may focus more even on could be your career or your status. You may feel more disciplined this month, or you could feel more powerful. You may get a promotion, and this probably could be where you get your pressure from, because you'll be doing a lot more. And it's a great month to focus on your wealth. Maybe go have a think about or go through your finances, anything that relates to money. And the other thing we can find out each month is, what do I throw to? Because there's relationships, so different elements can represent like a man or a woman. So people are searching or single, and for our wood woman, this month can represent a man. So any of the wood element ladies that could potentially meet someone this month. And if you're a wood man, this month can represent a woman for you. That's another exciting thing. If you're an element this month, whether you're yin or yang, it's about your money and intelligence. So what you say and do this month can help you create money. It's your time like to shine. You may focus more on your money. It's a month where maybe you become more busier. You may talk more, share more. And so the more you express yourself, you can achieve whatever it is you're wanting to achieve. And if you're a fireman this month, represents a woman for you. Earth element, whether you're yin or yang, this month is about your skills and talents and your intelligence. Oh, sorry, and you, that's meant to be. It's about yourself, yeah, more about you. So it's a month where maybe what could you be doing? Reflecting on your circle, maybe the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So you're empowering yourself in a way. It's about you. It's your time to shine. Use your voice. So the more you share can create, money for you as well. And you focus maybe more on your friends. And it could also be a month where you become more social. Maybe you've got more gatherings planned or more activities. I don't know. Everyone's different. For the metal element, this month is about you and your resources. So you may feel more supported this month. You could be learning more. Maybe if you're thinking about studying, this could be another month where you're learning more. And June would have been the same. You may feel more supported. And also it's a month for you to be social. Or even if you don't want to go out or do something, someone might invite you and you're out socializing more. If you're the water element, this month is about your power and your resources. You may feel more supported, have more ideas this month. You could be focusing more on your health, your well-being. You may feel more empowered, or you could feel some pressure this month. It's a month where you feel more disciplined, which this is good. Like, you maybe just need to, what's that thing else? When we, when you self-empower, empower yourself in some way, discipline yourself. You might know that you shouldn't be doing something, but then you still do it, and then you're just, have to be more firm in that way. Especially if it's relating to your career. There'll be maybe some things you don't want to do, but then you've been avoiding, but this month will probably encourage you to do those hard tasks. And if you're a water woman, this month represents a man for you. And I think that's it for the presentation. So if anybody wants to know more, or you're watching this in the replay and you want to work together, just reach out, let me know. Otherwise, you can visit my website, which is 4 Pillars by Leela. And there I do have like the different programs, a way you can order your charts, and a lot more. Yes, if anyone wants to learn more, we can organize a call, and that way we can have a chat and see where you're at and see if this is something that you'll be able to use to help in your journey in your life. You'll learn more about there's memberships. If you want to do a course, learn all about the elements. I'll do 5-day challenge, and also do have a private group, Facebook group. I want you to join that. And I've got a special offer, so everyone that's joining me live or watching this in the replay, you want to order the full reading, it's at 20% discount. And I also do personalized calendars, so this gives you a guide every day if you like to know what element it is and if it's your good days or challenge days. There's so much you can find out in this one. And or I can do like a special price if you want, like both at the same time, full reading and the calendar. And if you're not following my socials, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and it's 4 Pillars by Leela. And the private group I was mentioning before, it's called Living in Harmony with Your Destiny. However, you can send me a link or a message and I'll be able to share with you the link if you want to join that. And this is for part of the workbook, more about how to focus on your upcoming month, different goals you may have set. Self-care, I feel that's important. We need to take care of ourselves, take time. It's not just always about just doing nothing. Sometimes, yeah, it could just be as simple as that, or, you know, whatever you enjoy doing for yourself, switching off from life, responsibilities. Sometimes we need that. And this is self-care checklist. If anyone's stuck, you want to do, you can just go to this checklist and pick something. I do enjoy the short naps sometimes. So, yeah, whatever it is for you. And another thing that I enjoy and really appreciate is being grateful. So doing a gratitude journal, it's another way that you can just stop and pause, and I feel like there's always something to be grateful for every day. And that's it. I'll now go back to the people that are on live. So thank you to everybody that's joined me live and watching this in the replay. And I'll be back again next month. But if anyone's got any questions in the meantime, feel free to